And we see what's happening here. So Agni's coming back, and he does a Noxious Fumes Path of Flames combo with a Flame Wave. Rainfire comes down, does not hit Vulcan. Vulcan dodges both Rainfires. All 3 Rainfires have been dodged. Welcome, friends. It is I, your host, LostScarf, and it's time for another Smite Conquest in Ranked Silver this time, being post-commed. And the bans are in the wrong spots. The Zeus and Geb ban were by the red team, and the Zhang and Kuei ban was by the blue team. What happened was, the blue team would have first pick. So, Zhang Kuei was banned, and Geb was banned. Then, the blue team skipped banning anybody, with the hopes that the red team would ban Zeus and not Thanatos. And they did, so then the blue team chose Thanatos. After that, the rest of the teams were picked, and here we are with these guys right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do some post-comming now. Going to try to get the names well again. Going to try to work on builds a little bit more here, and just do better. So here we go. Welcome, friends. It is I, your host, LostScarf, and it's time for another Smite Conquest. And we have the blue team versus the red team here. As you can see, they banned Zeus and Geb, Zhang Kuei, and Scylla. Now, the blue team's got Agni, Ra, Nemesis, Neith, and Thanatos. So you know Thanatos is going to be the jungler, and then you're wondering where everyone else is going to go. Well, you could think maybe Ra would be a support for Neith, or maybe, well, Agni's definitely going to go in the mid or solo, and then Nemesis can go in the mid or solo as well, with Neith definitely going to be in the dual lane. But who's going to support her is the question. Now, on the other team, we have Honor, and then we got, see, Honor in the dual lane, most likely with Athena. Then you have Naya going for the jungle, as you can see by the Bum's mask there. Vulcan in the mid or solo, and Alquang in the mid or solo. Most likely mid Alquang, but it's looking like Vulcan's actually moving towards the middle area right now. He's going to go for the mid camp. So yeah, okay, so we see Naya and Alquang, which means that's definitely going to be Alquang in the solo with Naya as the jungler. Now for the other side, it'll be Vulcan in the middle with Athena and Honor in the dual lane. Over here, we got Nemesis and Neith, so it looks like actually Nemesis is the support. That's going to be very interesting to see. We also have Thanatos, looks like he's going to solo red, while Ra and Agni are going to solo the mid camp. Unless Agni tries to steal it, which would be kind of crazy, but I don't think he's going to. So that's where everyone's going right now. You can see from the red pings is where they say they want them to be. They want Honor and Athena to be over at the mid. Athena's put down a ward over here, so they know where the dual lane is, and they now know that Nemesis and Neith would be there. Honor's looking for a little bit. Is he going to try to steal something? He is trying to steal. Let's see if he gets it right now. And he is... oh, nope, unsuccessful. He almost had it. Now he's slowed down by slicing dice from Nemesis, and he gets away thanks to Sprint. That was very interesting. He almost stole it from them. That would have been very interesting to see, but it did not happen. So too bad for the red team there. Let's check out and see here. Now they can go and pick up their blue. At the same time, we see Vulcan and Agni fighting each other right now, and it could be a very even match. Once Agni actually gets the Rainfire, he could probably take out the Inferno Cannon with 1 or 2 shots, but the question is whether he'll use it for that. Now he's getting beat back up. Over here, we do have a fight over here. Nemesis doing some good damage to Athena. Neith not able to land a single shot on Athena, unfortunately, so then she is able to just get away, not take too much damage. Nemesis is pretty hurt from on her, though. He gets sliced and diced by her, but then they back off of each other. Going on in the right lane, we see heals coming out of Ra, tornadoes coming out of Alquang, and not too much going on. They're just going back and forth. There's definitely going to be a healing advantage for Ra's side of things, but they're just going back and forth. With the dual lane on the left, though, we do see that the red team is backed up with the blue team pushing them pretty far back. And I'm not sure if any minions have died to the tower yet. If they do, it is a loss of golden XP for the red team, but so far it doesn't look like it. Athena's going out to put down a ward. It looks like she does have eyes, so she probably is. She has put it down. Honor jumping in. He's getting hurt pretty bad right now. He is able to escape, though. Athena confounding Neith just to hurt her a little bit with the shield wall, but backing off, the minions are hitting her back. Minions at this level do hurt a lot. Now, Ra and Alquang will be going back and forth. This is going to be a pretty even fight. Ra does have the advantage of having a heal, while Alquang has the advantage of just killing minions very quickly with his tornadoes. But Ra can, of course, use Celestial Beam to kill him as well, so they're going to be very even over there. Naya coming over for a gank on Agni. Iron Lady Sash hurts him. Now he's using his Flaming Spear to beat him up even more. And Agni gets hurt with the Magma Bomb, but does not get destroyed, even with the backfire. Vulcan got hurt a lot, but not enough to kill him. And too bad Thanatos not nearby. That would be a great time to gank, but he's busy counter-jungling Naya at the moment. At the same time, Naya is going over and taking the mid camp, so there's that going on there. We see vision coming out of Athena, but no vision coming out of Nemesis, but there is no ganking right now, so that's not a problem yet, but later on it may be. Nemesis is coming back over. Looks like she rotated for the mid Furies. She's come back over. They know where Nemesis is, so they know she's coming in right now. And with the lack of warding, there might be a problem. But okay, let's see here. We got Agni in a 2-on-2 with Thanatos against them. No, use the Noxious Fumes and Path of Flames just to get a stun out of there. Thanatos is standing still. He's in a very bad situation. He's getting beat up, but he's luckily able to get away from him. No. Athena, can she get Confound on him? She gets shield. She got shield wall, but not Confound. If she was able to land that, that would have been the death of Thanatos. He got very lucky there, but now mid tower is being beaten up. Agni is teleporting in now. And we see what's happening here. So Agni's coming back, and he does a Noxious Fumes Path of Flames combo with a Flame Wave. Rainfire comes down, does not hit Vulcan. Vulcan dodges both Rainfires. All 3 Rainfires have been dodged. Agni could have gotten a kill there, but he was unable to succeed there. And Vulcan gets away. So good job to Vulcan there by not getting caught. Those were some really big hot balls right there that he did not catch in his face, so that's good for him. And looks like Ra comes over to rotate to help out a little bit. He just puts down a Solar Blessing, and that's about it right there. Some pretty good action already. No one has died yet, though. Some people have gotten very close. This is very interesting what's going on here. Let's look at builds really quick here. So Ra has gone for Divine Ruin. I might be wondering why he went for that. Well, it does boost his healing, and it would cut down any healing Ao Kuang would get, and he definitely would get that from Vampiric Shroud. It only cuts it down to 6 HP per kill, though, but it is something at least. But maybe not the best choice. Maybe you should have gone for boots from the beginning with cooldown, or maybe even a Void Stone, just so he could fight magical at the beginning. He did see that there's a Vulcan and Ao Kuang after all. Over here in the dual lane, we see Neith is beaten down pretty hard at the moment. They're trying to take the blue away from them. Athena's working on it, but Honor's not staying present, so they're not going to be able to take it, it looks like. Oh, Nemesis using Divine Judgment on Athena, taking away a lot of her armor there. I believe it's... Oh! World Weaver out of Neith comes down, slice and dice on Athena. She able to get away? She might be able to. Swift Vengeance was used, but she's not able to get her finished off. Preemptive Strike comes out, and Athena gets away. That was very close for Athena. A lot of very close calls for both teams here. Oh, Naya with the Windfire Wheels comes out with the ultimate. Is Thanatos going down? He's very low. He does not get killed yet. Oh, he gets hit with a Magma Bomb by Vulcan there. Rainfire out of Agni gets the cleanup, though, on that one, so it's 2-2. Ra misses the Searing Pain, but they do clean up on Vulcan using the Celestial Beam and a basic attack. Agni would have finished off as well with the Path of Flames, it looks like. So 2-for-1 discount for the blue team there, and now the fight's begun. So First Blood does go to Naya, though, or no, it was not, to Vulcan, so that helps him out, but he is dead right now. And let's see, level advantage is going to Ra and Agni for the time being, with Vulcan being the only level 7 on the red team. The fight is still young. It's only 1,000 gold advantage to the blue team. Nemesis using Retribution to get away. She is very hurt. She gets taken out by Honor. Now Neith is all alone on the left lane. She gets out of there using She gets out of there using Sprint, and there she goes. She gets away. So now it's 2-2. Gold lead is only by 1,000 for the blue team. And let's see what's going on here with the builds right now. So Neith is opening with the Heartseeker. She's level 3 on it, so she's able to get stacks on it now. She hasn't died yet, so that works out for her. Ao Kuang looks like he's going for a Sash, most likely the Warlock Sash, which will be very good for him later on down the line. And let's see here, we got Thanatos very deep in a very bad situation. It can be a 3-on-1 situation if they run into him. They do not see him. He is able to get away, luckily for him for there. Because, oh no, there's Athena there. She gets hit with the Soul Reap and the Death Sight. She's getting hit, Center Death being used. He's hitting her, but he's able to finish up. World Weaver comes out of Neith. Thanatos is using the Hovering Death. He's getting pounded with Desert Fury. Down he comes. He misses completely, though. Oh, man. Oh, is he able to finish her off? Nemesis finishes off with the Slice and Dice. That could have been very bad for Thanatos right there. It could have... There's a potential right there. Maybe Honor could have capitalized with me, dispersed and impale, or just something that could have just killed Thanatos. He got lucky that things did not go south for him. Luckily, his teammates showed up, and they were able to get a kill out of that. There's a very good chance nothing could have came out of that, but that's what happened there. Honor coming out with Disperse, into the basic attack, and now using Armorly Slash to stun her in place, and Honor finishes her off, so feeding the carry right there. Agni gets beaten up in the middle. He gets taken out by a combination of Ao Kuang and Vulcan. At the same time, we have Ra pushing the right lane. Now he's got to evacuate, seeing they're looking at him. And they're coming out to Ra. Ra puts out the... Divine Light, and then he's using his Celestial Beam. He's trying to use Speed of Light to get away. He's healing himself up. Now it's a 2-on-3 situation. Spirit's Tempest comes out and catches no one. Earthshaker comes out and hits Ra, though. He gets hurt pretty bad. Macro Bomb is weakening him. Infernal Cannon comes out. Ra is able to get out of its range. Searing Pain comes out, does not hit anybody. Windfire Wheels comes out, and Naya does a lot of damage to Thanatos. He gets finished off by Alquank's Tornadoes there. Ra's healing himself up with Solar Blessing, and we have Agni trying to do some cleanup because Path of Flames on Poseidon, not Poseidon, on Vulcan now to finish off. Ra's still sticking around trying to push the minions away to defend the tower. A lot's going on here. Agni with Rainfire on Naya, but then gets finished off by Athena there. Vulcan right now is cleaning up on the mid lane's Fury, so he's going to get some more levels there. He is level 10. Agni is 10, so they're pretty back and forth right now. And things are looking in favor of, well, still the blue team for the time being when it comes to gold, but when it comes to XP, let's see here. In XP, it is in the favor of the blue team, so it's still blue and has the edge. Ross is keeping the mid lane healthy while Agni is recovering. She's trying to push him back using the Celestial Beams and the Solar Blessing. We have Anhur and Neith going back and forth. Anhur is level 10, Denise level 8. She has died once, which has cut down her Heart's Secret, but she's going to be able to build it up on her own. She's using World Weaver on who? On Vulcan. He's already dead. Did she already shoot it? Looks like she did, so that was wasted, but at least it would have been a kill secure if he didn't get away. Desert Fury out of Anhur. He is able to land only one Desert Fury there, and Neith is able to get out of there. It would not have killed her even if he landed all 8 of those, but it would have definitely weakened her a lot. We have Athena coming back over. She's only level 6, but that's what happens when you're a support. She's been doing a good job of getting assists. She's gotten 2 assists so far. At the same time, Thanatos and Agni are able to take out the mid tower, seeing as how Vulcan was gone. Athena uses Defender of Olympus to come over and help out, but not everybody get there in time. And we got a lot of running around here. Let's see here. Gold advantage is 1.6 thousand to the blue team right now. Thanatos missing his... Uh-oh. Naya using the Windfire Wheels to hit Agni is enough to finish him off. It is not. He's very low, but he gets hit with Confound by Athena and finished off. At the same time, Ra was able to kill Alquang. Now, Thanatos is all alone, a 2-on-1 situation. Ra's coming over. He's going to get there in time, though. He's fighting them both. He stuns them with level 3 Hog, while Fist of the Gods. And Ra is coming over, gets there too late. Solar Blessing comes out. Celestial Beam gets put on Naya, but not able to finish either of them off. And Ra was not able to get there in time. And now we see here an edge of, let's see here, still a blue advantage on gold. And XP, the advantage is still in blue as well. The dual lane blue on those. Let's see here. Okay, let's see builds right now. And Alcon making more progress towards the Sash. Looks like Vulcan's going to go towards a Voidstone most likely with a Heartseeker finished on her, which it will help him out. He's going 2-0 right now, so as long as he doesn't die, he'll be in a good position. Vulcan chasing down Agni. They're fighting each other, do a lot of damage to each other, but they back off. So what else is going on with the builds over here? Skip it on Agni a second. And let's see, how close. Athena only has the Steel Mail. She has level 2 Iron Providence and Hand of the Gods. She might not be getting farmed enough. She's only level 8. And that may be a problem later on to not have much of a build. We got Ra and Alquang fighting each other. Thanatos being caught by Naya. Armillary Sash was put on. He gets hit with that. Out comes Death Scythe and Soul Reap. A lot of damage though. Naya using the Windfire Wheels once again on Thanatos. Is it able to kill him? Athena comes over for cleanup. She missed the Preemptive Strike. Does she get confounded? She does. And Shield Wall to finish off. Now Nemesis is coming over. Looks like Ra killed Alquang once again. Nemesis trying, slices and dices Naya. And now she's got to get out of there. She is Divine Judgment of the Weekend after all. And she uses Swift Vengeance to get out. Same time, we see Ra coming over to rotate over to the mid. There's a very low Vulcan. What's coming out? Celestial Beam comes out and catches Vulcan as he runs away, finishes him off there. Nemesis in the mid cleaning up and just pushing it back over. See how's the builds going here. So we see a lot of gold for everyone, but Athena, she has been running around a lot. I don't know if she's going to suffer for that later on. She gets the Miska Mark, which will help her out with Nemesis and Thanatos and Neith. There are 3 physicals after all, so that should help out. Also lets her clear better. Ra going back to base right now. Everyone's getting to position. Look at all the wards, though. Holy crap, look at this. There's a lot of wards coming out of the red team, so they have almost complete vision of where everyone is for the blue team for the most part. They know where Nemesis is right now. They're going to know where Thanatos is in a moment, while there's only 1 ward over here at the Gold Fury. So they at least have that priority right there, but there's not been many wards in this area. Then again, you have not seen Naya all that much. Maybe once or twice on the left lane, so it hasn't been too bad, but it could have been more punishing for sure. Thanatos going after Ao Kuang. Defender Olympus coming out of Athena. Thanatos with the hovering death. He's going to come back down. Solar Blessing comes up. Hovering death right down on Ao Kuang. Stuns him. Ao Kuang puts out a Spirit's Tempest. Finishes off Thanatos with that. Ra with the Searing Pain hits them both, but now he's in a 2-on-1 situation. He's going to get beat up. Agni comes over. Noxious Fumes plus Path of Flames. Does stun them both. Ra is able to finish off Athena, and Agni is able to Rainfire down on Naya. Nicely done there. Now they're going to both go after Vulcan here. Solar Blessing comes out of Ra. Celestial Beam to hit some more. Inferno Cannon in the wrong direction. Can't do too much. Earthshaker comes out. Does a lot of damage to both of them. But it's still 2-on-1. Magma Bomb comes out. Ra is in a lot of trouble here. Celestial Beam on Vulcan. Now he's healing it with Solar Blessing. He should be alright there. The question is, what can Vulcan do now? Throws out a Magma Bomb. Knocks back Agni, but he gets finished off by the Path of Flames. From the Combustion passive, I believe, there. So down goes Vulcan there. And this fight's just going back and forth, ain't it? The blue team does have the edge of one tower down, but there's been a lot of fighting back and forth. Who knows how this fight will go later down the line. As you can see here, though, Ra is 16 with Agni at 13, while the highest on the other... Oh, we have a DC here. Who is DC? Who is this? This is... Vulcan DC. It looks like when he died, he DC'd out. That's not good for the red team there. He is still respawning, though. He is respawned now, but he is dead, so... I mean, he is DC'd, so that's not good for the red team there. Thanatos is going around, farming around. See what's going here. Agni! Neath going after on her. On her goes out. Using Disperse, Shifting Sands, and the Impale. Not able to land any of those. Ao Kuang is able to kill Thanatos over in the mid. Nemesis comes out with her Divine Judgment and Slice and Dice. She's beating up on her. Is he able to disperse out? No, he gets taken out with Noxious Fumes, Path of Flame combo. Stunned and melted there. Ao Kuang slowing down Nemesis with Squall. Puts down Tornado, not able to land on her. Slice and Dice. Retribution with the Spirit's Tempest. Does it hit? It did look like it hit, or maybe missed. But she is able to get away so far. Not so much. Now she got confounded shield walled. Earthshaker comes out of Vulcan. Not able to kill Agni in time because he's Path of Flames to get away. Magma Bombs, he's still hurt, but he's not dead yet. We got Ra fighting Naya. Defeated by Naya in the right lane. And that is actually Ra's first death. Wow. Agni escapes, luckily, back to his tower there. Good for him there. Vulcan was giving him a sound beating there. Vulcan did come back. I didn't mention that. Vulcan came back. He gave him a sound beating. It's 13-14 right now. And really, they're about even in things besides the fact that Agni's a level on him. So they've been beating each other back and forth pretty well. What's been tipping the scales has definitely been the ganks from the junglers. Mid tower's getting hurt a little bit. Agni's come back to recover on it. Thanatos comes over. He goes for the mid Furies instead, using his Soul Reap, and now he's just beating them down. Naya's coming over. What's going to be seen here? Nothing really. And let's see here. Inferno Cannon comes out. Thanatos just goes by it, clears it out. And we see a lot of bunching up going on right now. Anything going on with the builds here? Ao Kuang with Gem Isolation. Very effective for Ao Kuang. Slows people down, just beats them down. While others can come over and finish them off if they want. We got the Deathbringer out of Naya to make their ultimate even stronger. Good for them. Ra went for the Warlock Satchel. He's probably been building up some stacks on himself. Ao Kuang looks like he went for Gem Isolation instead of Warlock Satchel. I made a bad assumption earlier on what he was going to do. We got Agni against Naya and Vulcan. Gets hit with Unleashed Sash, slows him down. He's already used his dash. Ra comes out with a Solar Blessing and a Celestial Beam. Gets caught with Windfire Wheels. Gets hit with the ultimate, though. He's getting beat up. Ra is still alive. Earthshaker comes out and does a lot more damage to him, though. Divine Light to slow down Naya. He's beating on him pretty good. And we see a combination of Noxious Fumes, Flame Wave, and then Celestial Beam to finish off Naya there. And Vulcan is getting out of there. Thanatos in a 3-on-1 situation, getting hit pretty hard here. He's able to get away, and yeah, he's out of there. Oh, no, we see a Squall come out and hit Thanatos and Neath, with also the Tornado on Thanatos, finishing him off. Neath, if she was in there, would have died as well. At the same time, Ra and Agni were able to finish off Vulcan. So we're seeing a lot of deaths on both sides here. It's still going back and forth. But there is a distinct gold advantage going on here. Right now, the gold advantage is 3.4 thousand gold for blue and about 6,000 XP for them as well. Neath is trying to push back the red team on the left side, but they are pushing her down pretty hard. Oh, looks like it's Ra against Ao Kuang, but Athena's coming out, Defender of Olympus. Now it's 2-on-1 situation. Solar Blessing comes out. He's slowed down with Squall. Agni comes over with Noxious Fumes Flame Wave combo, stuns her, and then finishes her off with the basic attack, it looks like. And now Ao Kuang must get out of there. So now we see Athena with Pestilence. Ra is healing his team up a lot, so Pestilence might be a good plan there. But she might need some magical defense, because they have killed her a few times. Now there's farm going on here. We got Neith and Nemesis pushing the left lane at the moment. Honor's going to come back and clear it back, though. He's very effective at that. He takes a hit, though, from Neith. In the mid, though, we have Agni pushing against Vulcan again. 14-16. He's starting to get a bigger lead on him. Looks like Naya's going over to the left lane. They're coming over. It's going to be a 2-1 situation. Looks like there are no wards. They don't know that he's there. But no, they're backing off. They must have gotten a sense of some kind. And there it is. Universe Ring misses. Armor Sash comes out, though. Does not have his ultimate ready. He does. He gets hit with Divine Judgment and Spirit Arrow. I don't know if there was a weave there that did extra damage. There must have been, because now I went down quick. Ao Kuang and Vulcan on Agni. Tornadoes go down on Agni. Nope, he got out of there just in time. Does get hit with Inferno Cannon. Rock him out with Solar Blessing. Puts it down to heal up his teammates. Celestial Beam comes out. Spirit's Tempest comes out and hits Agni pretty bad there. Flame Wave comes out. And not Flame Wave, Path of Flames. But then Searing Pain comes out and finishes off Ao Kuang right there. And now we got Agni 2-on-1 against Athena and Vulcan. Vulcan's unfortunately not able to land the magma bomb on him. So Agni's able to get away with Path of Flames. He puts out a Flame Wave. Neith comes up behind. Earthshaker comes out of Vulcan. Does some damage, but he gets taken out eventually. Ra's pushing the right tower right now. A surrender vote has gone up. We'll see whether they accept it or not. It is, let's see here. The gold advantage is actually gotten a little short. No, it's gotten bigger. What am I talking about? 5,000 gold edge to blue. 9,000 XP advantage for blue. They're just pulling ahead even further here. I still think it might be doable, but there is definitely a big gap in power going on right now. I don't know what they can do. Naya gets caught with Death Scythe and Soul Reap right now. Ra comes out with the Searing Pain right as Thanatos does the Hovering Death. So down goes Naya, and now the right tower is in peril here, and it is going to be taken out. Ao Kuang comes over with Tornadoes, gets rid of the minions, but those two get away. At the same time, Agni against Athena. He's 17 to her 12. Puts out the Flame Wave. He puts out the Path of Flame plus Noxious Fumes combo, then a Flame Wave onto her. And she backs off. Well, Vulcan coming back to try to defend the tower. A lot is going on in the middle right now. Ao Kuang coming out of the side. What can he do here? He's got a lot of power on him. He could do some damage here. He comes over. What's he going to go for? Tornadoes on Agni. He hits him with it. He misses the Squall, though. Agni with the Noxious Fumes and Flame Wave. Path of Flames combo, I mean. Rainfire comes down. Two of them lands on Ao Kuang. The third one, preemptive, goes directly where Ao Kuang was and finishes him off. Nicely done by Agni there. See Thanatos coming out the Soul Reap. Hits the Inferno Cannon, but not the finish out. The Death Side does finish it, though. And we see Agni pushing the mid with Naya and Lu. Fearful Ring Toss comes out. Oh! Ra is able to kill Athena. And this fight is still going. There's a big advantage in the blue team, though. Oh! Does Vulcan land the Earthshaker? He does not. Too bad for him there. Thanatos gets finished off by a combination of a backfire from Vulcan and a spear out of on her there. Solar Blessing comes out of Ra. He throws out a Celestial Beam. Doesn't catch anything. Nemesis with the Divine Judgment. I don't think she's going to catch him. Honor gets away with Sprint. He should be getting away. He does get all the way back to another tower. And Vulcan does back her off with Magma Bomb. Vulcan's got to be careful of her, though. She does hit the Slice and Dice, but he gets away. Beats on that. And we got Naya over here. Ring Toss. Misses Armor or Sash, unfortunately for him. And looks like Nemesis is backing away, and so is Naya. Ao Kuang, though, is coming in. He wants to put down the Tornado. Doesn't catch anybody, and they're backing off. Disengaging, maybe? Ao Kuang goes for the Squall. Oh, that's because they're going for the blue buff. He does get the Squall on her. But then Nemesis gets away. Left tower goes down due to minions. And now the red team is even more peril here. They are down by about 8.4 thousand gold. Whoa, that is a big difference there. Agni does the Noxious Fumes. Oh no! Spirit's Tempest comes out and it hits Nemesis. Does a lot of damage. Searing Pain comes out of Ra and finishes off Ao Kuang before he can get away. Agni puts out some Rainfire and does a lot of damage to Naya. Path of Flames comes out and then basic attacks to finish off Naya there. Ra putting down another Solar Blessing. Healing himself, just keeping his opponents down. Vulcan is able to clean up Neith in the jungle during this entire fight. Thanatos comes out, does his hovering death, combos it with the rest of his abilities like Death Scythe and Soul Reap. And now it's only Athena with everyone pretty much on the left tower. They kill Athena, now it's 4-on-1 against the tower here. They're chopping it down. Another Center Revolt is coming out. Ra is getting beat up by a tower. The tower goes down before it can kill Ra. Lucky for Ra there. And, whoosh. See here, Ra went for a Ethereal Staff, which gives him more HP with on top of the Warlock Sash. And of course, the Warlock Sash, more HP, just builds more off the Ethereal Staff passive. 2% of your HP goes to your magical power. So these two comboed has worked out for him very well. And the surrender vote does go out. We see two gods here, Ra and Agni at level 20. Their lowest is 15 with Nemesis, while the other team, their highest is 17 with Anhur, and their lowest is Athena with 13. Anhur only died once, so he was able to utilize that Hearthseeker very well. And there we go. So Ra's team wins this game here. We see Ra right here. He's happy about it. He goes 12, 1, and 6. Well, that's a tower. He gets 12 kills, 1 death, and 6 assists. So good for him. He built the Divine Rune at the start. Now, what does that really do? Well, what that does is that cuts down some of the healing on whatever his opponent is. It cuts down their sustain. For Alkwang, if he's getting hit with the Divine Ruin, because the Vampiric Shroud would give 10 HP and mana per kill, he would only get about 6 HP and mana per... No, 6 HP. I don't know if it affects mana, but it will affect HP. So he gets about 6 HP per kill instead. Also cuts down on his regen. So it slowly wears him down while healing himself because he can use, well, any of his abilities to heal up. So that works out for Ra there. He goes for cooldown. Warlock Sash, like I said, plus Ethereal Staff. You get, see here, 300 HP plus 100 stacks. So another 300. So you get 600 HP plus 600 HP from Ethereal Staff. That's 1200. These two combined with the 2% of your HP giving you magical power gives you about, let's see here, 2%. So 100% stuff. It gives only about 24 based on just these two items. Then you put on top of the other HP that Ra has from everything else, he gets more magical power out of that. Then, of course, he's going for Enchanted Relic. Last year looks like he'd be going for Polynomicon next. Thanatos going 4, 8, and 4. Gets the Stun Fist, which helped him out in situations. He wanted the Warrior Tabi. Jotun's Wrath, so he can have some cooldown. Hasten's Fatal, so he can hit people and do circles around him. And he was looking at maybe Size or Aussie. Hidden Dagger goes... Actually, no, I'm talking wrong. Hidden Dagger Tree actually goes into crits. So he was going to some sort of critical item. We see Agni here going 8, 3, 9. And he does a Tiny Trinket. Not sure what that'll go into. That could go into Power or some other builds. He gets Polynomicon Void Stone. Now, this build works out for him. He's got some cooldown on his ultimate and his other abilities. He's got a Void Stone to deal with Vulcan. And Alchemy comes over, and then Polynomicon do more damage. Now, you saw Agni what he was doing. He kept putting out the Noxious Fumes with a combo with Path of Flame. So he's stunning his opponents, then using Flame Wave. Those three in combination just doing a whole lot of damage. Then Polynomicon, he'd be able to do more when he's not using Rainfire, which does, of course, massive damage. See Neith here going 1, 2, 5. She opened with the Heartseeker, then got Death's Toll, if I remember correctly. And, well, she was in the left lane a lot. She did a lot of back and forth with Anhur. She got killed twice. And her ultimates, her World Weavers were being used to try to set things up. I don't know how many actually went on. I didn't see any. She went for Deathbringer next. And we weren't able to see too much out of her. Same thing for Nemesis. She goes 2, 1, 7. We saw Nemesis using a lot of Divine Judgments and Slicing Dices, but only able to get 2 kills out of that. But she was a pretty interesting presence in the dual lane. They were able to go back and forth pretty well. They only died 3 times cumulatively, while as Athena and Anhur go down 6 times cumulatively. They were able to get 5 kills out of them, while as Neith and Nemesis only got 3. So who really knows on that one? Anhur was only pretty much in the dual lane, though. He didn't really venture out of there, which is why you see he only has no assist going on. Speaking of Anhur, looking at his build, he goes for traditional Death Toll into Tabi. Gets Heartseeker. He was able to utilize it very well for a long time. So he was able to do a lot of damage, and then he had Quinn's Size. Who knows what would have gotten it next? And that's pretty good for damage. He was able to kill people. And who knows what would have happened if he was able to rotate a little bit and cause some mayhem for the other lanes. Athena starting out with the Mystical Mark. Going 2, 5, 6. The Mystical Mark is so she can deal with the physicals, because there are 3 physicals on the blue team. But it was the magicals who were killing her quite a bit. She gets Pestilence to try to deal with Ra's heal, because he was healing his teammates so well. And then Talisman into, not sure what that would go into. Need time to remember to learn these new trees. Didn't talk about Nemesis, did I? So she goes for Midas Boots so she can get gold. And I don't remember if Eye Retaliation was her first item or not. But Eye Retaliation does help out for her to run in, do some damage, and then get out when she's low. It's a very nice item there because of that passive. Just giving you an extra 20 physical power when you're above 50 HP, and then 20 protection when you're below. So very useful for getting in and getting out. And Nemesis is that kind of god, so it works out for her. And she did alright with it going 217. Now Alquang going 462. Weren't focusing too much on the Alquang and Ra lane because those two can just clear so well. But Ra was able to get the upper hand and kill Alquang quite a few times. Ra's only death was against Naya. So it looks like they were just, well, you think about it. Alquang can clear a lane using Justice Tornado, while Ra can use Celestial Beam and Divine Ruin. And Divine Light is the wrong word. Solar Blessing is the right word. Solar Blessing and Celestial Beam can both be used to take out a minion line very well. So they're pretty even in clearing, but Ra has the sustain from his Celestial, from his Solar Blessing. And they went back and forth quite a bit. Ra killed Alquang a few times. In the end, Alquang goes 462. He was doing pretty good, though. You saw him get some really good squalls and tornado combos and getting kills that way. He could have gotten more if he was able to land a couple more tornadoes. And Polynomicon, of course, just gives Alquang so much more power in his basic attack. Now going 388. They were landing a lot of Windfire wheels. We saw a lot of them come out. They were not able to finish people off, or they just did a lot of damage and someone else finished them off, as we saw with Athena. I think she did 2 cleanups for Naya in the fight. Naya going for Bumbas into Ninja Tabi, Deathbringer. So the cooldown's there for the ultimate being able to do things more often. Deathbringer to just take advantage of the ultimate. And then Sword Shore. It looks like they were going towards some sort of crit item. And since they had Deathbringer, most likely probably Malice or Rage, of course. Probably Malice because of the new passive that Malice has, where it does 60% of your physical power as a DOT for 3 seconds. So probably that. Then we have Vulcan going 372. And he gets a Vampiric Shroud, Shoes of Focus, Void Stone, Bancroft's Talon, and Lost Artifact, which would have led into who knows what. And I think it's a good idea to go this way when he's fighting Agni. That way he has some defense against Agni. Agni did the same thing, so they're doing a similar thing. Agni goes for Polynomicon, while Vulcan goes for the Bancroft's Talon. Thing about the Bancroft's Talon, if Vulcan's low and he does the Earthshaker, that is a lot of damage there. So maybe that's what he was thinking about. Or just any of his abilities in general when you're low with Bancroft's Talon can do a lot of damage. So he was going for that. Was not able to utilize it all that well. He was getting killed quite a bit, as we saw. Some of it was Agni, once or twice was Ra, and Thanatos for the others. And what do we really see here is, I don't know, I don't know what Red could have done better in that situation. Maybe some rotates out of On Her to help out a little, because he has some situations. But then again, usually you see your ADC in the dual lane farming up for later in the match. And On Her was doing a good job there. He is the highest level of his team. So maybe he didn't need to rotate, but he needed his team to do a little bit better. Unfortunately for them, they weren't able to. There were a lot of team fights going on, and the blue team got ahead most of those team fights. There were 1 or 2 that were in favor of the red team, but they just needed more victories in the team fights to get ahead of the entire thing. And we do see a lot of gold, we don't see much gold out of Athena, and we see a lot of gold out of Nemesis. So it looks like Midas Boots might be a good plan for supports in the future. We do see not that many actors coming out of a lot of people. Agni and Ra both going for teleports so they can zoom around to their towers when they need to. Fist of the Gods out of Thanatos for stuns. Level 3 Sprint coming out of Ni so she can shoot quicker and escape quicker. And I'm going to say the Vulcan Aegis is for Thanatos ults, because Thanatos can just come down at you anytime. Aegis will save you from that. And maybe even Rainfire from Agni. And yeah, I think that's everything. Let's check out the stats for everyone who wants to look at those. There's the stats right there. Most damage goes to, well, for the blue team, it goes to Agni by a little bit over Ra. Ra gets the higher GPM there. For the red team, most damage goes to Naya. No, Vulcan did the most damage there. Earthshaker does a lot of damage. He was throwing a lot of very accurate magma bombs and backfires. He just wasn't able to get too many kills out of it, unfortunately for him. Creep damage goes to Ra. He was clearing a lot. Creep damage goes to On Her. He was clearing a lot. He was farming a lot in his lane. So you see that. It's very indicative right there. Damage taken goes to Ra, surprisingly. He was in a lot of situations getting hit a lot. While as for the red team, most damage goes to actually Naya. Not Athena, but Naya, who did take a beating going 8 deaths. Damage taken. So mitigation is most likely the one with the most. And yep, most one goes to Ra and most goes to actually Athena, who of course was the tanky one. So yeah, mitigation there. Structural damage to Agni and Ra. Not too much structural damage by the red team, unfortunately for them. And some healing out of Ra. Only 3,000 healing. Wow. Well, that is the game. And that is the post-com. Okay, so I did say a couple words incorrectly, a couple names incorrectly. I could do better on that. I think I got pretty good on some of the action. I try not to focus on me too much in the matches because I knew what I did, and I know I got 12 kills, so it would have been some interesting things to see there, but I don't want to focus on me too much. This is about commentating everything, but I might be overcompensating on that and just missing some of the action that I'm bringing to the match. So too bad on me for that, but we did see a lot of action come out, and I think I'm going to keep slow-mo on because it does allow me to catch up and say things. And sometimes slow-mo actually looks pretty good. A lot of people don't like it, but I think it's interesting, and it does help out the shoutcasters catch up a little, so that's good for them there. And try to talk about builds a bit, and I was trying to be critical of my own build just so it's not just me saying, yeah, my build's awesome. Just trying to say what's good and bad about my build, and just trying to go over the other builds, and trying to assume builds. But it's going to take a while to learn the new tree, to understand the builds a little bit, and really, all you got to do is look at the tier 1 and 2 and you see the stats on it, and you can have a good guess as what they are. Like, Hidden Dagger only has crits and, I believe, power on it at the first ones, or attack speed at the first level. So you look at that and you go, okay, there's crits on it, so it's got to be the crit tree, because all the crit items are only in the crit tree, so you can assume that, and stuff like that. So that right there is the post-com. I had fun. Hope you had fun watching and listening, and that's what's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time. Oh, Naya with the Windfire Wheels comes out with the ultimate. Is Santos going down? He's very low. He does not get killed yet. Oh, he gets hit with a Magma Bomb by Vulcan there. Rainfire out of Agni gets the cleanup, though, on that one, so it's 2-2. Ra misses the Searing Pain, but they do clean up on Vulcan using the Celestial Beam in a basic attack. Because, oh no, there's Athena there. She gets hit with the Soul Reap and the Death Sight. She's getting hit. Center Death being used. He's hitting her, but he's able to finish up. World Weaver comes out of Neath. Thanatos is using the Hovering Death. He's getting pounded with Desert Fury. Down he comes. He misses completely, though. Oh, man. Oh, is he able to finish her off? Nemesis finishes off with the Slice and Dice. Thanatos with the Hovering Death. He's going to come back down. Solar Blessing comes up. Hovering Death right down on Alaquang. Stuns him. Alaquang puts out a Spirit's Tempest. Finishes off Thanatos with that. Ra with the Searing Pain hits them both, but now he's in a 2-on-1 situation. He's going to get beat up. Agni comes over. Noxious Fumes plus Path of Flames. Does stun them both. Ra is able to finish off Athena, and Agni is able to Rainfire down on Naya. Nicely done there. Now they're going to both go after Vulcan here. Solar Blessing comes out of Ra. Celestial Beam to hit some more. Inferno Cannon in the wrong direction. Can't do too much. Earthshaker comes out. Does a lot of damage to both of them. But it's still 2-on-1. Magma Bomb comes out. Ra is in a lot of trouble here. Celestial Beam on Vulcan. Now he's healing it with Solar Blessing. He should be alright there. The question is, what can Vulcan do now? Throws out a Magma Bomb. Knocks back Agni, but he gets finished off by the Path of Flames. We got Agni against Naya and Vulcan. Gets hit with Unleashed Sash. Slows him down. He's already used his dash. Ra comes out with a Solar Blessing and a Celestial Beam. Gets caught with Windfire Wheels. Gets hit with the ultimate, though. He's getting beat up. Ra is still alive. Earthshaker comes out and does a lot more damage to him, though. Divine Light to slow down Naya. He's beating on him pretty good. And we see a combination of Noxious Fumes, Flame Wave, and then Celestial Beam to finish off Naya there. He comes over. What's he going to go for? Tornadoes on Agni. He hits him with it. He misses the Squall, though. Agni with the Noxious Fumes and Flame Wave. Path of Flames combo, I mean. Rainfire comes down. 2 of them lands on Alaquang. The third one, preemptive, goes directly where Alaquang was and finishes him off. Nicely done by Agni there.